All right, good afternoon, Craps fans. Welcome back. This is Scott from Paradise Craps. I was worried. I had to reboot my phone. Streamlabs was not connecting. I'm like, uh-oh, you changed something and it's not working anymore? That would be a catastrophe. Anyway, but it's working. All right, so let's see if we can find it here. Got my cocktail. This is the end of my week. Today was a bad craps day, though. Man, very bad craps day. All right, let's see if it's going to come up. I was watching Steve Press by One this morning. He was playing at midnight in California, Northern California, and he was playing repeater bets, and he got down to away from 1-6, and then he was able to hit that 1-6. That was pretty impressive. That was fun. All right, so what I want to check is I forgot already. I forgot the viewer's name that commented. All right, how do I change? Oh, change this. Switch. Like when you leave your tablet off all the time, every time it turns on, it's got to go do all this stuff. It slows down the process. Wow, come on. Dum da dum 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 dum. I wish I had some YouTube, music going that was YouTube friendly. I'm supposed to be getting a television from T-Mobile, but they're ghosting me. I gotta figure out what's going on with that. I want my television. I can put it up on the end of my table there. That way I can play YouTube approved music, non-copyrighted music. I'm assuming anybody that's playing music is non-copyrighted, so I should be able to play it while I'm playing, right? All right, it was Veltri. Shane Veltri. So it started this morning. It started terrible with Dr. Don't Pass One giving me shit about not knowing how to play and why am I hedging my bets. Then it was Waylon saying, great, but you didn't play it the way I rolled it out. So basically invalidating what I did on win craps. So he was getting on me. And then Shane burst my bubble this afternoon and told me that in Vegas, you can't, even on a $10 table, you still have to lay $40, which is exactly what they were telling me on the cruise ship. That blew my mind. I'm like, what? Why would you have, I don't understand that rule. And I remember when I was playing at the Orleans and I was laying lay odds, because I was using lay odds at the time, which should be the same. And they were like, no, you have to lay enough to win the minimum bet. Which, okay, so I think that table was $15 at the time. So I would have had to lay what? It depends. I guess it depends on what the number was. And I think it was like on the 5 and 9. So if that pays 2 to 3, so if I had 26 out there, that would be $14, right? So I'd have to have like $28. It has to be something that's divisible by 3 though. So it'd have to be $29, right? So that would pay me $16. But that's a lot different than $40. So I'm really confused about that $40 rule. It definitely wasn't $40. So unless they changed the rules recently, maybe that's not all casinos. I don't know. But that was like a total eye-opener to me. I'm like, I thought that was purely a cruise ship thing. But then Shane smacked me upside the head and said, no, that's not. But the dollar vig for $10, yeah, you think they'd want the extra money. Exactly, Anthony. It's like, okay, if I'm willing to pay you $1 on $10, right? I'm giving you 10% vig instead of 5%, which is what you want. I don't know. Do they have a rule with the casino regulatory thing that says thou shalt not charge a player more than 5%? I doubt it. I don't know. I didn't get it. Anyway, so it was a bad craps day. All right, well, I'm going to try the DC hedge strategy again, see how that goes. All right, here we go. $1,000 in my rack. Let's see if we can go up before we go down. All right, so we got an 8. Point is 8. Guess I better move my cup. Let me take a swig. But Waylon was definitely not happy with me. All right, so that was an 8. That was a square pair. All right, $100 don't come. Here we go. And we got a 10. All right. Let's make some money. So that's going to move behind the 10. We're going to be unhedged on the 4 and 10. So we're just looking for a 7. We got a 5. We're a 2-to-1 favorite. That's where we're going to make our money, 5, 4, 9. I mean, we make money on the 5 and 9 as well, but this is where we make our real money, is on the 4 and 10. Or lose it, but hopefully win it. Okay, so that's a 7 out. That shooter is done. That's going to come down and get paid $100. So we're up $100. All right, new shooter coming out. And we got an 8. Different looking 8. We got a 5-3 instead of a square pair, and we're out for $100 on our DC. Here we go. And we got bullets. Yeah. Starting out much better today. $100. And we're still looking for a DC. Now, I'm finding that if I don't get, like if that was a like a craps, well, it couldn't be a craps number, but I'm not willing to stay out on the DC for a couple, 3 rolls. That's it. And then I'll just reset and wait. All right, 4, 2, 6. So we're behind the 6. So I'm going to fully hedge that 6 for $90. And that's what Dr. Don't Pass 1 was giving me shit for. Why are you hedging the 6, 8, 5, and 9? Well, I'm hedging it. So I'm a 6-to-5 favorite. Yes, that's true. But what does that really mean, right? So to me, if you look at the probability of getting a 6 versus the probability of getting a 7. So 5 out of 36. So if I take 6 out of 36 for the 7, and I subtract the 5 out of 36, because that's the ways I can lose, right, on the 7. So 6 out of 36 is the ways I can win. 5 out of 36 is the ways I can lose. If I subtract the 5 from the 6, I end up with 3%, 2.7%. So this has a 2.7% edge over hitting the point. That's why I do it. To me, I'm putting enough of my bankroll out there to where I'm not willing to risk it for that 3% difference. That's why I'm doing it. If you don't understand that, I'm sorry, but that's why I'm doing it. Okay, on the 5 and 9, okay, so I got, again, 6 ways to win, 6 out of 36, minus 4 out of 36. So what is my chances, what is my odds? 5%, right around 5%. So I have a 5% advantage, and I agree with you, Doctor Don't Pass 1, that any bookie that had a 3% advantage would be over the moon. But I don't have the bankroll to risk for that 3%. So I'm making a conscious decision to not put my bankroll at risk for a 3% advantage. To me, that's too close to a coin flip. 5%, okay, so now I have a little bit better advantage on the 5 and 9, and we're hedging it with a little bit less. So again, I'm okay with that, right? I'm still going to win. I'm going to win okay if I get the 7, which is what I hope for and expect. But if I get the 5, I'm still making a little bit of money, some tip money, and I'm okay with that. Okay, and now 4 and 10, again, unhedged, right? So what's the difference between 6 out of 36 and 3 out of 36, right? You got the 16.666% and you got 8%. So this is an 8% advantage on the 4 and 10. And that's why I go unhedged. We're basically a 2-to-1 favorite to win on the 4 and 10. So that's why I do it. IPTV Club, good afternoon. How you doing? All right, so that's it. Now we're going to run out, and we're either going to get $5 or $10. And we're going to get $10 because we got our 7. After all of that Scott pontificating. Okay, so we're going to lose 90, but we're going to get 10 to make it 100 for our DC. Back in the rack. Alrighty. And here we go, coming out. New shooter. 426. Alright, $100 DC. Here we go. Looking for a good number now. 3, that's a very good number. We are off to a good start today. We're already up $310. Alright, leaving our DC out there. Here we go. And we got an 8, 628. Alright, so now we're on the 8. We got a guaranteed winner. It's either going to be $5 or it's going to be $10. I'm totally okay with that. $90 place bet on the 8. And we got a 10. Only 2 ways to end this. For us, a 7 or an 8. Or for the shooter, a 6 or a 7. 6, 4, 10. 4, 1, 5. So we make our money on the 5 and 9, 5, 4, 9, and the 4 and 10. We're getting tip money on the 6 and 8, which we're going to see more of just because that's the way they roll. 4, 3, 7 out. And we're hoping for more $10 because those will add up nicely. All right, so we got a 7 out. We're going to lose 90, but we're going to get paid 100. And back in the rack. We're making money. Making money. Guaranteed money. There we go. All right. I guess Anthony's working today. Still on the clock. Okie doke. Here we go. Coming out. New shooter. 639. Nina from Pasadena. All right. Another $100 DC. Let's keep this going. Keep this winning action going. Here we go. And we get a 7, PSO on the 9, so our winning action just came to a screeching halt. All right, here we go. Coming out. New shooter. 4. All right, I'm going to go ahead and ladder up now to 2 units on the DC. Ah, another 7. Look at that. PSO. That's the problem with any strategy, and especially this one. All right, so we lost 200 now, so we're down 300 right there. All right, new shooter. Back-to-back PSOs. Does it happen? You saw it. All right, 10 is the point. So now I'm going to go out for 300. I got to ladder up again. 300 on the DC. Let's see if we get whacked again. We did. Look at that. 617. 3 PSOs in a row. In a row. $300. We were doing so well. Dang it. 3. 4. All right, point is 4. So now we got to ladder up to $400. This is the pucker, the true pucker one here. You start getting up into high denoms early on, boy. All right, there's 3 for 3. I'll put that over there. So it's going to be a $400 DC. Here we go. 10. All right, at least we got a good number. But now we're going to be $400 on the 10, behind the 10, unhedged. Unhinged? Yeah, 3 PSOs, man. That's not that uncommon. I mean, it is kind of uncommon, but not that uncommon. It's not, like I said, I'm not like, holy shit, I've never seen that ever. Now, you see it. That's why when people talk about using the DC over the DP, all you're doing is shifting the risk. I mean, you can still get those PSOs just like the come out 7s. And yeah, you may only see one at a time, but when you see 3 in a row like that, oh my goodness. All right, here we go. Looking for a 7 now. And we got a 11, which was awfully close to the 10, but it's not the 10. So let's look for a 7. Looking for a 7. There's another 11, yo. Damn, come on now. All right, let me see if I can shake these dice up. Come on. Oh, no roll. Here we go. 3. All right, down at the other end now. And we got a boxcars back on the wrong end. Come on now, looking for big red. 2. Oh, we're just going both sides. Both extremes. All right. Looking for big red. 6, 4, 2. 7 out. There we go. 43. All right. Off the 4, we got a new shooter. 400 is going to come down and get paid 400. 100, 200, 300, 400. All right, so there's our 400 for 400. All right, that's going to go back there. That's going to come over there. All right, and that's back there. So we are back to even plus 120. All right, but we were up 300. Okay, so that was 400. Got a new shooter coming out. So technically I'm going to ladder back down to 3 units, which is still pretty darn risky. I don't think I'm going to go back to base, but I think I'm going to go to 2 units, not 3 units. So I'm going to ladder back 2 steps on that one. Here we go. Yeah, Few is right. Oh, look at that. Frickin' 11. Son of a biscuit. Back out for 300. All right, here we go. Oh, clicky clack 8. All right, not going to make any money on that, but we're not going to lose any money on it either. All right, so 300 is going to be 270. 250, 60, 70. 270 place bet on the 8. Here we go. $300. 426. All right. Oh, hit my damn stack. 628. And that means we're not going to make a lot of money on that. All right. So again, we're going to lose 270. Sorry, we're not going to lose 270. We're going to lose 300, and we're going to get paid 315 for our 270. So we make 15 bucks on that one. All right, and now we got the shooter with their 10 out there looking for a 10 or a 7, probably looking for a 10. We don't care, that was a 2 craps. And there's a 7 out. All right, so that shooter is done off the 10. All right, here we go. And we got an 8, 6, 2, 8. Point is 8. All right, I'm going back out for my 300 again. Laddered up to 300. Give me a number. 6. All right, again, we're not going to make a lot, but we're not going to lose a lot. We're not going to lose anything. 100, 200, 250, 60, 70. All right, 270 on the 6. Here we go. And we got an 8-point hit. Want to make sure we tell the dealer we are working on our 6. There we go. And we got an 8. New point is 8. All right, looking for a 7. That would be better. And there's the 8 point hit. Still working on the come out. Here we go. And we got a 3. Acey Deucey. And we got a 7 out. There we go. Oh, come out 7. Sorry, come out 7. Not 7 out. Come out 7. All right, so we're going to lose 270, but we're going to get paid 300. So we're going to make 30 bucks on that one. So that's a better one. All right, back in the rack for us. They're still coming out. So as soon as they come out, we will go ahead and go back out on our DC. All right, and they got a 6, 426. All right, 300 bucks on our DC again. Here we go. Give me a good number. 2 craps. That's a very good number. Very, very, very good number. How good? Very good. All right, 300. And I think we'll ladder back down to base at that point. All right, so I got my 400 there. I got 100, 215 there. Plus I get this. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me cash that in for a green. And what have I got over here? I don't think I'm up anything over here. That's just back to, oh, up a quarter. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so we're at 250, 265. All right, we're still coming out, but now we're at 1 unit, $100 on a DC. Oh, look at that 7, you piece of you know what. All right, so new shooter, we're off the 6, but at least it was only 1 unit. 6, 2, 8. All right, on the 8. So now I'm going to ladder back up to 2 units because I got knocked off my DC. And I got the 8 also. So I'm going to move behind the 8. The 8's going to come down. Same shooter is going to be coming out, but we got to put 180 out there. So I got 150 and 180, Scott. So there we go. All right, out there for 180. And that's going to be working. Same shooter coming out. And they got a 7, come out 7. All right, so that's about the best we can hope for on that one. All right, so we're going to lose the 180, but we're going to get paid 200, so we're going to make 20 bucks on that one. 20 bucks. Cocktails, cocktails. All right, so we'll put that back. And that goes back over there. That goes off. And here we go. They're still coming out. And they got a 6. All right, so they're on the 6. I'm going to stay with my $200 because I didn't really win anything on that one. Here we go. Looking for our DC. We got a 5. All right, that's a good number for us. All right, so we're going to go behind the 5. We're going to go ahead and hedge that for 75. Looking for big red. 6, 4, 10. Oh, sorry, that should be 150. Ooh, careful, Scott. Don't screw that up. 2 units is 150. Whew, man, that could have been bad. 6, 5, yo. 6, 5, yo. 8, square pair. Knocking my own chips over. Oh, clicky clack 2. Looking for big red. 9, Neener from Pasadena. 4, hard 4, ballerina. 639. $40 lay, even on a $10 table. That's just nuts. Damn, that sucks. 314. Greedy bastards. 639. 426. Point hit. Alright, want to make sure we ask the dealer to turn us on. We are working on our 5 on the come out. Here we go. And we got a 7. Come out 7. Alright. Alright, so we're going to lose 150, but we're going to get paid 200. So we make 50 bucks on that one. Alright, so there's our 400 there. That 50 can go back over there. This goes into the keeper pile, so we're up $225. Alright. Here we go. Coming out still. 516. Alright, I think I'd go back to base at this point at 225. Here we go. $100 DC. What do we got? Show them what they won. That's why I felt that way watching Steve this morning press by one. So he's got his table, but then he's got the camera that projects up onto some screen. And it's like and the way he's talking, it's like I'm watching a game show. It's pretty cool, actually. All right, so 415, that's going to be behind the 5, and we're going to hedge that for 75. There we go. Let's do it. And there's our 7 right there. Nice. All right. So we're off the 6. We're going to lose 75, but we're going to get a quarter to pay us 100. There we go. All right. Making some money again. Making some money. Oh, who do we got? Anybody new? Crypto Addictive. How you doing? Bah, how you doing? Good afternoon. How you guys doing today? All right. So Arizona Crapshooter says, so Scott, I see you ran the continuous DC with wind craps. I tried it this morning. Yes, I watched his first video with the little laptop part, so I thought I understood what he was doing. And then I ran it. I planned on running a wind craps for an hour, but after half an hour, I was down over $1,000, and I started with a $2,500 bankroll. And I'm like, I'm not having fun with this one. I don't like it. And that's kind of the problem I've had with all the DC type strategies. Not this one, but the continuous DC stuff. I just end up knocking the shit out of myself, and you know, it's no fun. It's just losing money. Now I know Waylon won, and he said I didn't play it properly, but I think I played it close enough to where not okay with it. Okay, and it's interesting because BAM said that he did it on paper on the cruise, so he was basically following along with the crap session, and he was playing the way Waylon was doing it, and he said he would have got creamed if he was playing it for real. In Reno, I lay 30 on a 15 minimum table, no issues. Thank you. I mean, that makes perfect sense. I don't understand. So Shane, you need to tell me which casino that was. Is it typical? You know, I'm just really vexed by that. Because that just is, just like I was on the cruise ship. I'm like, that makes no sense. Based on what I know, based on what I've been told in the past. Obviously, because it makes no sense to me doesn't mean shit to the casino. They have their own rules. I got it. All right, you guys are talking, blah, 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 blah. Okay, good. I'm glad you guys are chatting. So, yeah, I don't know if Waylon was more upset that I just lost playing it or if I really truly wasn't playing it accurately. I don't know. Okay, here we go. Coming out, new shooter. 3, AC Doocy. Same shooter, coming out. Boxcars. Same shooter, coming out. 9, Neener. All right. All right, so point is 9. Not that we care about that. $100 on the DC. Let me change in 4 of these greens for a black. There we go. All right, looking for a DC now. 415 Fever. $100 on the 5, so we're going to go 75 to fully hedge that on the place. Here we go. Looking for big red now. 538. Oh, I want to say 6. 538. 549. Point hit. All right, so now we need to make sure we ask the dealer to turn our place bet on and working on the come out. Here we go. We got a spinner. We got a spinner. And it's a 2. Hard 4. Point is 4. All right, looking for big red still. We can't lose at this point. 628. So a 5. With a 5, we're going to lose the 100. And we're going to get paid 105. So we win a nickel. On the 7, we're going to lose a 75. But we're going to get 100. So we're going to win a quarter. All right, so at this point, we cannot lose. 6. Once we get off that DC point, we're in good shape. 5, 6, 8, 9, we can't lose. 4 and 10, we're a 2-to-1 favorite to win. 5, 4, 9. 4, hard 4. Or point hit. All right, same shooter coming out. And they got a 10 all the way down at the other end. There we go. All right, we're still looking for a 7. Oh, thank heaven. Where's my 7? Acey Deucey, craps 3. 325, point hit. All right, so we're only going to make $5 on that one. But that's okay. We're making $5. And now we can order a cocktail. Cocktail server. Oh, cocktail server. All right, so we're going to lose 100, but we're going to get paid 105. So there's a nickel. We might want to get it in singles so we can pay the server their tip money. All right, and that's going to come down, back in the rack. So we still got this shooter on the 10. They're like, hurry up now. You're holding me up. Acey Deucey, looking for a 10 or a 7. Either way. And there's an 8. And there's a 5. Fever. And there's a 7 out. Off the 10, new shooter. All right, here we go. New shooter coming out. 426. 6 is the point. All right, so we're on the 6, $100 DC. There we go, looking for a DC now. 2 craps, I love it. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see all day long. All right, $100 back in our rack. All right, still looking for a DC. 325, that's a good one. We'll take it. We will take it. So that's going to go behind the 5. Another $75 to hedge that. Here we go. Place bet. 325. All right. So again, we're only going to make $5 on that one, but we're going to make $5. So that's okay. 105 back in the rack. 75 back in the rack. All right. This shooter's still on the 6. They're looking for a 6. And we gave them a 6. How friendly was that of us? There you go. Point hit. All right, here we go. Same shooter coming out. 8. Square pair. All right, so they are on the 8. And we are going out for 100 on the DC. Here we go. Give me a number. 6, 4, 10. All right, I'll take it. All right, so that's going to go behind the 10. Again, 10, 4 and 10 we're 2-to-1 favorites, so we are unhedged. We are not going to hedge the 4 and 10. Looking for a 7. We got a 6. And we got an 8 point hit. All right, that's always working, so we don't need to do anything with it to keep it active. Same shooter coming out. 8. Square pair. On the 8. All right, here we go. Still looking for that 7. Oh, 11. Whew, a lot of dots there. A lot of dots on those 2 dice. 415. That makes me feel a little bit better. Looking for big red, though. Show me a 7. There's an 8. Square pair. Hot shooter. All right, they're coming out again. How about a come out 7? Oh, how about a come out 4? All right. Here on the 4, we're still looking for big red. And we got an 8, 6, 2. And we got a 415, fever. got a 415 fever. 314 point hit. Hot shooter, hot shooter. All right, here we go. Coming out. How about it come out 7? There we go. Thank you very much. Come out 7. That was a 4, 3, 7. All right, so that's going to come down and get paid $100. All right, we're up 460 bucks right now. All right, shooter's coming out still. Looking for a point. 7, back-to-back 7s. 7 again, 3 7s in a row. 3 come out 7s. 8, 6, 2, 8. All right, so now we're going back out for 100 on the DC. All right, give me something I can work with. 3, winner. Oh, love it. Absolutely love it. The crowd goes wild, or at least Scott does. All right, so that's 500 bucks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 25, 50, 60 bucks. 560 bucks. Nice. Very nice. How long? 36 minutes, which is probably what, IPTV? An hour? Maybe a little over an hour? Can't be much more than an hour. All right. Let me see what you guys are talking about. I stopped drinking when I play. That's smart. Plus, it's not like Vegas where the drinks are free anyway. Oh, that sucks. In Arizona, that sucks. But yeah, it's better to stay sharp anyway. You should drink water, though. You should stay hydrated. You need to stay hydrated, especially in the desert. All right. Anthony said, on my way, I always stop by the soda station. Oh, soda's not good. Water's better. Crypto Addictive. Scott, I tried playing win craps at a $1 minimum on the box numbers like bubble craps, but won't let me $5 minimum on box numbers. Okay, so where were you doing that, Crypto? Were you doing it online or were you doing it on your local machine? Because you control that. I like that, Bob. Soda is a diabetes delivery device. Yeah. Yeah, stay away from the soda. Vitamin water or just plain water. Okay, on your desktop. So if you go into settings, configure. If you go into configure under bets, you'll see it in there. It'll say minimum bet. Just change that to $1. And then also on payouts, you need to go and change that setting that says pay in change. It doesn't say change. I forget what the verbiage is. But under payouts, it is pay in fractions of a penny or something like that. So you want to make sure you get that so you get your payouts correct. But it's in that under file, configure, and then that brings up the big screen with a lot of different tabs. So under the bets tab, you should see your minimum bet there, minimum and maximum. Just change that to $1 and you should be good. All right. Yeah, no, it's better to keep a clear mind, yeah. Yeah, and if it doesn't work, just reach out to me. I'll help you with it. All right, do we want to keep going on this? Do we want to try something different? What do you guys feel like? If this was me in a casino, I'd be out the door already. Oh, I got more than that actually. Look at that. All right, because I had more than I had another 10 bucks over there. Oh my goodness. Cocktails. Cocktail server. Hello. All right, so we got 5, 50, 60, 70, 570 bucks. That was a good day at the casino right there, boys. Oh, are you kidding me? All right, but I don't know how to do it, obviously, because Waylon was giving me shit. So I'm going to take it really slow. I will do it, but I'm going to do it really slow, and I'm going to look at my screen so you guys can tell me if I effed it up, okay? Fair? All right, so I'm going to put my profit away here. Do I need to start with 2,500 the way Waylon did to be apples to apples, or should we try it with 1,000 again? Yeah, no, this one's good. Start with 1,500. All right, 1,500. You got it, boss. All right, so there's another 500. All right, so we got 600. Sorry, 500, 600. There's 1,000, and there's another 500 that we can reach into if we need. Okay, $1,500 bankroll, and we're gonna play it just the way Waylon did, if I remember correctly. And I didn't watch his second video. I just watched the first video with his little box top thing, but I did watch the whole video. All right. Okay, here we go. So, let me see if I remember this correctly. So, we're coming out, no bets. 10. Point is 10. All right, so we're on the 10. $200 DC. Got that. All right, now we're going to set our DC. 314. That's a good number for the DC. All right, so we're on the 4, and now we're going to go out 135 across or whatever. Well, it's going to be more than that because we got the 6 and 8 to cover both. So it's going to be, all right, so there's 125. Oh, yeah, 135. Okay, 135 across except for the point. All right, and a quarter DC. All right, here we go. And we got a 9. All right, so DC is going to move behind the 9. We're going to get paid 35 for the 9. We're going to take the 10 and we're going to put the quarter back out on the DC. Here we go. And we got an 8. All right, DC is going to move behind the 8. We're going to get paid 35 for the 8. We're going to put the quarter back on the DC and pocket the dime. Here we go. We got a Yo 11. That's going to be a loser on the DC. We don't do anything with that other than pony up the quarter, back out on the DC. Here we go. And we got a 6. All right, so that's going to move behind the 6. That's going to get paid 35. Back out for a quarter, dime in the rack. Here we go. And we got a 9. Okay, so we're going to lose this 9, and we're going to get paid 35 again. And that 25 is going to go there, 10 bucks back in the rack. All right, here we go. And we got a clicky-clack 9 again, 639. So again, that's going to move behind the 9. We're going to lose our DC, but we're going to get paid 35. So the 10 bucks is going to go back in the rack, 25 on the DC. Here we go. Aces, that's going to be a winner on the DC. Thank you. All right, here we go. 628. See, now this is different. I did not get a roll like this morning. This is where it's probably the strongest. All right, so we're going to go behind the 8. We're going to lose that DC, but we're going to get 35 for the 8. 25 will go back on the DC. 10 in our rack. Here we go. And we got a 628 again. I mean, you get a long roll like this, and this is a pretty healthy roll already. All right, so we're going to lose that DC, but we're going to get 35 for the 8. 25 back on the DC. Here we go. And we got a 9. Damn. Yeah, I think this is going to be a really good one. All right, so we're going to lose that DC, but we're going to get paid 35. 25 back on the DC. Here we go. We're rolling. Oh, shit. Dice off the table. I'm getting excited. Throwing the dice around. No roll. All right. Here we go. Am I doing this correctly? Now, the only thing different is he had a buy on the 10. So that would cost me $1, I guess, but he doesn't use bucks. So that's the only thing I can think of. You place the 4 now for 125? Oh, to cover the, yeah, because you've made enough money? Okay, so if we place the 4 for 125, or buy the 4 for 125, however you want to do it. Yeah, I would agree, because that was a lot of rolls, right? All right, so if we buy that for 125, what's that going to pay me? 250, right? So if we hit a 4 now, we'll lose 200, but we'll get 250 there. Yeah. Okay, I think that's reasonable at this point. Because we certainly made enough money. I mean, I don't know how much we've made. I mean, we got a lot of nickels in here. We got a lot in action out here. So once we get that 7 out, which we know is coming, we're going to have to reconcile. But none of those lose, right? The only one we haven't hit is the 5. 6. So how do you know? How do you know when you need to hedge that? Is it just by feel, or are you actually keeping track? I'm sure BAM would be keeping track, but you know, how do you know when is a good point? And I agree with you 100% that we've certainly seen enough now to where we've made enough money. All right, so we're going to move behind the 6. That's going to come down. We're going to get paid 35. Go back out, dime back in the rack. I just don't know. I don't know what that trigger point is, unless you're just playing it by. But I didn't think of it. You guys thought of it, which is good. 639. All right, so that's going to move behind the 9. We're going to lose that, but we're going to get paid 35. And that's going to go back on the DC, and that's going to go in our rack. All right, and now we got a 3. That's going to be another winner on the DC. Damn, this is a freaking bonsai roll here, isn't it? Holy shit. 6, 4, 10. All right, so that's a point hit. All right, so that's going to move behind the 10. We're going to come off the 10. We're going to get paid 50 for that 25 out there. All right, now what do I need to do? I think because I don't think I do anything, right? I think we're just going to say working on all the place bets and just keep going, right? At this point, we're already hedged. A buy 250 would be 12 bucks. Buy 250. But you're paying for the 125, so that's 5, 6 bucks. You should only be 6 bucks. You don't pay for what you get, you pay for what you bet. Should be 6 bucks. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry. Okay. Anyway, so what do we do now on the come out? Since they hit the point, do we just do we have the place bets working? Yeah, keep it working. Yeah, I agree. I think that's the right play on this one. All right, here we go. Same shooter coming out. New point. 549. Point is 9. All right, so we're going to knock off our DC, but we're going to get paid 35 for the 9 because that was working. And now we are going to go back out for our DC, dime back in the rack. We're already hedged there. All right, here we go. Going to continue on. This has been a hell of a roll. Look, there's the 5. Holy Tallulahs. Wow, we are full up at the end. All right, so that moves behind the 5. We're going to get paid 35. I'm almost out of nickels here. All right, here we go. 325 again. All right, that's going to move behind the 5. We're going to get knocked off, but we're going to get 35. And the 25 is going to go back out on the DC. Holy shit. This is going to be like one hand and done. 639 point hit. Wow. I did not see this one this morning at all. All right. So that's going to go behind the 9. We're going to get paid 35 for that one. And we are off. Same shooter. And that's going to go back in the rack. I'm going to have to change in some of these nickels because I am out of nickels in the rack. All right, so we need that much there. This is all our money. Alright, what do we got going on here? Alright, there's 100. Back in the rack. That can go there. And this is 25. Alright, that can go there. Alright, that goes back. That goes back. And let's see, where are we at? Alright, so right now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right now in the rack we're up $255. Alright, here we go. Coming out, again, we're working on the come out. And we got a 5. Man, there have been no 7s. That is so bizarre. Alright, so we're on the 5. We're going to lose that, but we're going to get 35 for the 5. Alright, and that's already full. So quarter goes back out on the DC. Here we go. And we got a 6. Alright, DC is going to move behind the 6, knock off that DC, but we're going to get 35 for our 30. Back out for the quarter DC. There we go. I'm losing my mind here. This is like crazy. Boxcars, that's a push on the DC. 5. Point hit again. Alright, so that's going to move behind the 5. We're off. Same shooter. We're going to get paid 35 for that 5. And that's going to be nothing because we don't have a point yet. Alright. So we're coming out. Here we go. And we got a 6. Point is 6. This is going to be a money maker, boys. Alright, so we're going to lose that quarter, our DC, but we're going to get 35 over there. 25 goes back on the DC, 10 goes back in the rack. Alright, here we go. 426, point hit. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright, so that's going to move to the 6. Behind the 6, we're off, same shooter, and that's going to pay us 35 for our 30. And that's going to go back in the rack for now. Alright, here we go. Coming out, still working. 8, 5, 3, 8. Oh my gosh, this is going to be unbelievable. Alright, we're going to lose that quarter, but we're going to get 35. 25 back there, 10 back in our rack. Here we go. 9, Neener. Alright, so that's going to move behind the 9. It's going to knock the 9 off, but we're going to get paid 35 for our 25. 25 goes back on the DC, 10 goes back in the rack. Here we go. 9 again. Alright, so that's going to move behind the 9. Knock off the 9. And we're going to get paid 35 for our 25. 25 goes back on the DC. Here we go. 516. My goodness. I would never have expected this one. Alright, anyway, so we get knocked off the 6 on our DC. We're going to get paid 35. 25 goes back on the DC. 10 goes back in the rack. Here we go. 2 craps. That's a winner on the DC. 25 bucks. 4. That's going to be... Alright, so that's going to knock off... Alright, so this is... I got to concentrate on this one. Alright, so we're going to get paid... So we got 125. We're going to get paid 250 on that one. Alright, and we're going to lose this 200. So 250 we're going to get paid. That's going to come down. And back in the rack. And then that's going to move behind the 4. And so we lost our DC. What do we do at this point? What do you think we need to do at this? I'm not going out for another DC at this point. I'm not going to put it at risk, right? Yeah, replace the 4 with a $25 buy. Yep, I agree. There we go. Oh, not on, buy. All right. Yeah, at this point, no. I'm still going to keep my DCs going, but we don't need the hedge That was the whole reason we put the place bet there. 415. All right, that's going to move behind the 5. We're going to lose that, but we're going to get 35 over there, 25 there. There we go. 538. Point hit. All right, so that's going to move behind the 8. That's going to come off the 8. Same shooter. This is a freaking hot shooter right here, boys. All right, and that's going to pay us 35. All right, and that's off for the moment. All right, we are still working on the come out. Here we go. And we got a 426. Crazy, man, crazy. All right, so we're going to knock off the DC, but we're going to get 35 for the 6 because we were working. And I'm going to need to cash this in again because I'm out of nickels again. Crazy as that is. All right, so let's get these nickels out of here. I got a bunch of them hidden in there. All right, so there's our 5 over there that we started with. Holy craps. It's freaking nuts. All right, there's another 100 there. So let me get a black chip for that. So in our rack, we're up 3, 6, 7, and whatever the hell this is. That's at least 100. Yep, there's 100 right there. All right, so 3, 6, 8 plus that. And everything out here is hedged, so we're not going to lose a thing out here. Oh my goodness, that's freaking crazy. Why stop the DC? Because we're already making money. I'm not going to chance. I mean, as long as this roll is, I'm not going to take a chance on a freaking $200 DC. We got it. We're making money. All right, so that would be my thinking. I don't know. Obviously, it's not your thinking. You're thinking put another 200 bucks out there. 314. I guess I'm a little more conservative. All right, so we're going to get knocked off the DC there, and we're going to get paid 50 over there. Less the VIG, but we're not worrying about the VIG today. We're playing Whalen's way. All right, back out for another quarter on the DC. We are rolling like a mofo here. 549, another freaking point. All right, so that's going to move behind the 9. We're going to get knocked off of our DC, but we're going to get paid 35. All right, back on the DC, dime back in the rack. Here we go. Coming out. Oh, not coming out, just rolling. 639, holy craps. All right, so that's going to move behind the 9, and that's going to pay us 35. So I guess Whalen's point is we're only making 10 cents per at this point. Sorry, $10 per, right? So we're not making a lot of money on each win. So the 200 out there, and right now everything's hedged, other than the 6. So if we get it, when we get a 7, we're going to lose that and that. So we're going to lose 55 bucks, 50 to 55. Oh, and there it is. See, I was talking about it. It said what? You wanted me? You called? You rang? All right. So we're going to lose 55 bucks. So we lose on the DC, we lose on the 6, we're off here, and we're going to lose the caps that Whalen was complaining about. All right, so we're going to lose this one cap. That's not bad. All right, so we lost 60 bucks. But this is going to pay that, that's going to pay that, that's going to pay that, that's going to pay that, and that's going to pay that. All right. Let's count this up and see where the heck we're at. But this is going to be pretty darn good. Because this is all coming back to us. Shit. Damn, that's some freaking powerful mojo stuff going on there. All right, so we got 5, 6, and 4. That's what we started with. Let's color all this up, see where we're at. Hell, I would not be playing more than one hand at that rate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 50. All right, here we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 100, 200, 350. Got my wife's hair here. I don't know how that got in here because she's never in this room. 350, so there's 3 black. All right, and then the rest of these black, oh my goodness. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. $1,150 profit on one hand. Holy shit. Wow. Yeah, that's true. That would give you a little more profit. Crypto addictive. Oh man, that was one hand. Oh shit. Oh my goodness gracious. Not one session, one hand. Crazy. So anyway, Waylon, I don't know how I screwed it up earlier. I pushed it. I apologize for messing it up. I probably missed it again, but no, I left 60 bucks on the table. That was it. The DC we lost. The point was a 6 for 30, and we lost the cap on the 8. So we lost 30 plus the 5, 35, plus the 25 over here. 60 bucks. That's what we lost. So I don't think we could have played that much better, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. That was pretty good. Yeah, everything was hedged. Everything was hedged except for the point. And obviously the DC. All right, well, I'm not going to try my luck again on that one. We'll try it again tomorrow maybe, but wife just got back from her dentist appointment, so I'm going to go spend some time with the spousal unit. But that was fun. That was a lot of fun. Much more fun than this morning. Losing $1,000 in half an hour, that was not fun. But I did not have a roll like this morning. That shows you the strength of it if you can get a roll going. But if you don't get a roll going and you get clobbered, that's what this morning was. Oh man. All right. Thank you, Waylon. Yeah, it was fun. All right, so we had a couple of good sessions. Had an hour. Hopefully you guys had some good chat, some good quality chat there amongst yourselves. I appreciate you guys showing up. Thank you very much. Bah, hopefully you learned something there. You asked some questions that hopefully that gave you some clarification on what you were looking for, and you can go out and have a profitable day. Yeah, $1,100. No shit. All right, guys. Thank you very much. This is Scott from Paradise Craps. Have a great rest of your Thursday, and we'll see you back here tomorrow. Same craps time, same craps channel, maybe earlier, but I'll definitely do it at 4 o'clock, but we'll see. Maybe we can get an earlier session in as well, but I'm definitely going to be rolling this one out on wind craps and trying it some more. But I still like the one I'm rolling out. That was good. That was profitable. What do we make? $500, I think. But anyway, yeah, that was pretty sweet. That was a monster roll. No shit. All right. Thanks, guys. This is Scott from Paradise Craps. We'll see you tomorrow.